Hey there, welcome to Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays. I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty in Houston, and this is another episode in my special series, Building My Dream Home. It has been a while. I think I've gone the longest stretch without posting a video. It's been several weeks actually, but we've had a lot of stuff going on in our lives, so I hope you can understand why I haven't brought you a new video in a while. But there's a lot of new stuff today that I'm going to show you that has developed and been installed in our new home since the last video. And we're going to touch on three main areas, which are lighting, flooring, and appliances. And it's actually going to be really noisy, not only because it sounds like there's like a helicopter or a plane going on overhead, but also there's a lot of workers inside today of different trades. So it's very exciting. There's a lot of action. Today, I'm not only going to give you design ideas and of course show you what has been going on, but also give you tips about things to actually pay attention to in detail if you are remodeling or building your own home. So let's go inside. I do want to point out that I'm not wearing appropriate footwear again today because I forgot to bring socks to wear my tennis shoes. So please do not follow my example in that department. Okay, so here we are in the foyer. We're going to enter the study first and take a look at lighting. So we have chosen modern ceiling fans like this one that goes here with just 3 blades. The shape is very graceful. We've gone with this kind of sleek, almost artistic ballet kind of feel. It almost looks like a ribbon. For the lighting throughout our whole house, we're doing kind of museum style, artistic style. And this one is a matte black and brass two-tone, which goes with some of the plumbing fixtures and hardware in our home. So that coordinates very nicely. And you want to make sure you choose the right fan size for the size of your room so that you're not going too big where you're spending extra money unnecessarily, and you're also not going too small because it'll look silly and not give you enough airflow. And then here are our wood floors. So this is sort of like a medium to light color. These are real wood, but engineered. And so they come in a box with individual panels like you see here. In the rest of the home, a lot of the wood floors on the first floor are covered with paper to protect them, but these just got put down this week, and so that's why they're still exposed. Right now, what's really on trend is a lighter version of this color. It's almost like a whitewash color, but we feel like that's not going to be as timeless. So this one will be, popular for a long time. And whereas the white one, maybe just kind of the trend of the moment. That also has a more casual, almost like beachy feel, whereas this one gives it a lot of elegance and weight, and that will just match the home. All right, let's come out and go to the formal dining room, where I am just in love with this hanging light fixture. It hangs by cables from the ceiling. It is very sleek. It is what you would say is almost simple, but it's not simplistic, boring. It's simple in terms of it's not extremely elaborate. It has just really nice, clean lines in this elongated oval shape. And this goes right with the long rectangular shaped dining table that we'll have here. And the height of it is just right. If you're like about 6 feet tall, you'll hit your head. I'm only 5 feet, so I won't. But we tested it with our tall electrician. And even if he's sitting at the table and gets up to bend over the table, for example, to get something, he's not going to hit his head. And so that's how we determine the right height for this light. Let's head into the wet bar and butler's pantry here, and you'll see a light fixture that's pretty low profile, sits pretty close to the ceiling here. And this is in the same collection that matches the pendant lights that we'll see in just a moment in the kitchen. Okay, and then we have the beverage fridge installed here. It is missing the front panel. You don't really notice it because this piece that already comes with the appliance is black, which does match the cabinets, but it's not the exact same black. So the cabinet company is actually going to make a panel that goes over. You can see these holes where they can screw it in. And it'll be just blending in seamlessly with the Sherwin-Williams tricorn black color cabinets that we have in here. And if you swing around this way, you can see the shelves that are installed in this beverage fridge. Okay, here in the kitchen, 3 pendant lights. We love these. Again, the two-tone matte black and brass finish, okay, with the rods hanging down. I don't really like the whole chain look. It looks cheap, it's messy, you get extra chain, and stuff like that. This is just so sleek. And we have to put them all at the same height, evenly spaced symmetrically over the island. And then, of course, the height of them, and they need to line up when you look at them. All right, let's look at the appliances. We have the Bosch microwave built in here, stainless steel, installed. Very exciting. right at my height, you know, because it could be like up high and then it would be harder for me to put stuff in there and take it out. And then our, what would be an 8 burner size wolf range, but we turn 2 of the burners into a griddle. So it's a 6 burner plus griddle so that we have more flexibility and it can do some hibachi style cooking. And then of course we have the 1.5 oven, just really beautiful. You can see the blue interior and how it lights up. And then the panel here that's going to have, you know, temperature readings and different settings. There's a thermometer that comes with the range that you would then stick in, for example, your turkey that's baking, and then, you know, it will digitally and electronically tell you when it hits a certain temperature and it's ready, you know, for you to take it out. Okay, dishwasher, another appliance from Bosch, stainless steel, with the buttons on top so that they tuck in and hide and you don't see them. And then you can see the 3 levels of the trays for flatware up here. And then, you know, more stuff, more silverware can go here. Really excited to use this one. And then the glorious, ooh, that kind of hurt actually. This is why you don't wear open shoes. Lesson learned. Okay. And also don't walk backward. Sub-zero fridge. And it's so nice and cold too. It feels so good. Internal ice and water dispenser. Oh, and you can even see, look at all this. It tells you the temperature and all the different settings and things. This one has the grill on top. That's a classic Sub-Zero look instead of on the bottom. They really make that a part of a feature of the fridge where it's very prominent. The breakfast light, really pretty, elegant. We just love the kind of the circular, not orbs. We don't like balls, you know, the shape of a light that comes in a ball. We just like circular curves because it's very graceful, very elegant. And then, you know, this has 2 concentric circles and just sweeps around, just really, really nice look. We also had this installed at the same height as the 3 kitchen pendants over the island, because again, your eye visually seeing across there, you want to see that. Okay, this ceiling fan in here in the living room, it looks like ribbon. It reminds me of the ribbon on my ballet point shoes back in the day when I did ballet and I was in incredible shape, unlike now. But anyway, really like this. I'm gonna turn it on because you can see the pattern as it flows. This is by Minka Air. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, here we go. Up. What's going on? Is it winding up? Okay, there we go. So this one has 4 blades, and again, just has a really beautiful pattern and look to it as it's spinning around. And on the floor is actually what's going to be in the foyer. This chandelier is really stunning as well. Again, 2 concentric circles. You see a theme going on here in this house. So the small circle is actually going to be on the bottom and the big circle on top. So it's going to kind of be a reverse from what you might expect, which is what really makes it look special. If you look from the living room toward the kitchen and look at the pendants, you can see how what we chose is not very heavy. What I mean by heavy is if it was like these big blocks of solid material, you wouldn't be able to see through them the way you can here with the glass. You can still see the cabinets behind. Pretty soon you can see where that ductwork is. There's going to be a vent hood cover there, and so you'll be able to see that because that'll be pretty. And so yeah, it's more light, but it's not as opposed to heavy, but it's not too light where it's boring or like, you know, barely there. It definitely has substance, it has wow, and it really goes with the home. It doesn't detract from the other beautiful things like the appliances and the gorgeous quartzite, you know, backsplash, for example, on that back wall. It blends in really nicely and has a very relaxed feel. Okay, let's take a look at what would actually be the fanciest light fixture, I think, in this home in terms of the complexity is right here in the powder room. So that light fixture, we wanted a little bit more pizzazz for the powder room. So it pretty much, it explains itself. You can see, again, the 2-tone matte black and brass, and that matches well also with the vanity down below, which has the brass around the border there, some of the trim and the hardware, and then the plumbing fixtures, the faucet and the sink will also have that color. Okay, let's go ahead and head upstairs. In a future video, I'll show you and talk to you about the hardware, which is going to be door handles, the cabinet pulls, door stop. You would not believe the level of detail that we've had to go into and analyzing, and how many hours we have spent just selecting some door stops and selecting cabinet pulls. And that's not us being picky, but that's us making sure that we get it just right for this home. All right, let's come over here to the game room. You can see the wood floors being laid down right now, and also having been laid down in the game room. Again, a beautiful 3-blade ceiling fan that's similar in style to the study one, but this is bigger because it's a bigger space, and the recessed lights are also on in here. And this wall is where we figured out the size of the mirror that's going to go in here, because this game room is going to be used primarily for exercise, for me to get back into ballet and get back into a little bit better shape. So we've got it framed, and the way we determined this was the height of the frame should match the height of the top of the frame of the windows, and then the side of the frame, this edge on the outer edge, matches up with the outer edge of that window across. And then over here, same thing. Outer edge matching up with the outer edge of that window frame. So these are the type of details that make a room aesthetically pleasing and put together, not an eyesore. It just looks right. Sometimes when you don't pay attention to those details and you say, oh, let me make the mirror a little bit smaller or whatever, it just doesn't look quite as finished or polished. Okay, let's see if we can try to weave our way through to bedroom 2. All right, excuse us for a second. Sorry. Okay, you can see the wood floors just continuing to be laid down. Won't go into detail in the bathrooms because they haven't installed the vanity mirrors and the lighting yet. So the mirrors have to go in first, and then they can put the lighting in the mirror, okay, because it's a vanity light that's installed in the mirror over the vanity. Let's weave our way through the balcony into bedroom 3. We're really trying to get to this area here. So this Jack and Jill bathroom, again, they still have to put the mirror in the frame there and then put the vanity light on the mirror. I don't remember if in the last video, did we see the finished tile in this bathroom? So I'll just go ahead and show it here. Really gorgeous. It's got that undulating kind of feel, a lot of good, 3-dimensional stuff going on there. Okay, we can't go into bedroom 4 today because they've actually locked it up. So that way they won't install the wood floor in there, because that will be carpet in that bedroom behind. All right, so let's go ahead and end in the primary suite. So here we have this beautiful hanging light fixture. Again, 2 concentric circles, actually 3 here. There's the one in the middle. It's framed so nicely right in the center of the home, or in the room. So where when you were coming through the door, you saw it right in the center, and then cast on the center of the set of 4 windows there. You can see the sconce lights, and let's see if we can turn these on. These are going to be the bedside ones over the nightstand. This one's a little bit crooked, so they're going to have to return this and, get new ones. I don't want to walk over there because it's a bit treacherous. So let's go ahead and go into the primary bath, where again, they've got to install the mirror inside the framed area, and then they'll put the vanity lights on the mirror. We're going to have sconces, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 on this side. You can see the Luce brand boxes here. We've had lights that we bought from St. James, Minka Air for ceiling fans. I don't remember all the different brands, but that's all here. And of course, you can see all the recessed lights throughout this area as well. We just met with the glass guy to talk about mirror sizes and shower doors, so we'll be able to see that in a future video. So let's come in for our final room, which is the primary closet. And this is a really nice chandelier. There's going to be I think it's a smaller size one, but the exact same style that's going to go in our bathroom. The only thing that needs to change about this chandelier is shifting it a little bit. So at first we were centering it in the path here, okay? But then we determined, well, because actually it does work too, because it'll be centered in the mirror that's going to go in the middle of that frame on that wall. But then we decided that it's too close to this bank of closet rods in this area, to where as it's kind of pull stuff off, we're going to end up hitting the light. So for practical reasons, but still aesthetic, we're going to now center it between here and here. So it'll shift over just a little bit and just be essentially immediately over somewhere, about somewhere in this area. Okay. And can you believe when these light fixtures come, it's not just like that and then they just hang it up. I think I have sawdust in my eye. The electrician and his assistant actually had to put every little piece of glass, like hang it by hand in each of these little diamond shaped openings. So it is quite a bit of work. All right. One last thing while I wrap up this video is you'll see some tape that we put on. We actually had tape on all the cabinets, but we ended up taking a lot of them off so that way when they install the cabinet pole, they won't be confused. The reason why there would be confusion is because we've got this roughly in the right spot. So we actually probably should take these off. But what we put on here is just to kind of get a sense of like what size, what length of cabinet pole or width should we have here. And then of course to install them, in the middle, but we don't want the hardware or trim guys, I should say, to put them in those exact spots because they're just estimates. They're not exact. So we'll put these somewhere else. And thank you for watching Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays. I hope you will share this video, and also subscribe on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss an episode. I do post on YouTube primarily now, and then I just share the link on Facebook. But of course, you can just go ahead and like the Facebook page. That way you can see every time I post a new video. So I wish you a great week, and I'll see you next time.